we don't have that very many sites in here, but we're going to run some of these checkpoints. I've already cleared all the hangars and made 83.4 mil so far. That was about an hour of work, so now we're going to throw another hour in running the rest of these sites and see how much we make. So first things first in here, we're going to have to go over here to kill these turrets. Throw our modules on, if we can get moving before they alpha me to death. Like that. And so we'll just ping these frigates once they get close enough. Normally what you can do if you can't stand the flight in, you can just right click, save location, warp out, warp back in, and then you'll be right on top of this guy. But we can easily slow boat to him and not have to worry. I guess it's time to clear these frigates out. I have to swap a little bit of ammo because now they're close enough that I can't hit them. Come on. Close the gap. Damn, that one hurt. Come on, wrap up. Okay. Got to swap ammo again. Go to standards. Rip that guy out. And we can go to freaks and start pinging away on this guy. Increase our orbit just a little bit. I don't think we're gonna hit on anything. Yeah, we're good. And so our trigger here is these patrollers. So what I'm doing right now is I'm clearing out these turrets because they have a really bad alpha. And by bad alpha, I mean they hurt real much. Okay, that thing's almost dead. Let's start moving to another one. Might bump on this pylon. So up to Aurora. Yeah, bumping on the pylon. Always keeping an eye on D-scan. You don't want some uninvited guest to join you. Okay, we're close enough to swap to navies. Standards. And what we'll want to do is we'll actually want to keep them over here because that's where that battleship spawns. And those battleships are not nice. Okay, let's just go. We'll orbit this at 500. Now we're gonna have to swap to Aurora. They're without 30s. Come on. Oh, now they're in range. Let's just keep that going. They're in a checkpoint. Let me just double check this on the Googles. Yeah, those patrollers. Alright. Alright, they're close enough for multi-frequency. Oh, no, not Aurora. Multi-freak. We can actually just start orbiting that guy. Burn him down a lot quicker. kind of just keep going on these multi-frequencies. We really don't have to swap to Gleams. Gleams only give us like a 10 to 20 extra DPS, so it's not that much. Move back to that guy. Swap to standard so we get a couple shots in before we get back in range of multi-freaks. Now I'm pretty sure the next wave will be over here. Kind of between that asteroid and the structure. Not 100% though. We'll find out. So now we're close enough for multi-freaks. Let's do that. Oh, we can even just swap to Gleams. Why not? Why not? Oh yeah, it only gives us like 2 extra DPS, but it does track a lot better. Let's see here. Now we'll orbit him. Swap to standards. Get a couple shots in before we get in range of multi-freaks, and we'll swap to those. Get a shot in with that. And then we'll swap to Gleam. Really do like these energy weapons. It's so much easier to swap to and from different energy or different damage types, different ranges. It's like instant. Any other damage you have to reload, which would take like 20-30 seconds. Okay, this guy's almost dead, so let's zoom out and look at everything else. Yeah, babe. Just heard my wife come in. Yeah, see, between there and there. Yeah, that's where I thought it was. So we're going to take these escorts out, because the patrollers are the trigger. And those escorts have NOS on them. Oh, let's stop bumping on this structure here. Get off. So we don't die. There we go. Get our transversal back up. And so what we'll want to do with that last patroller is kind of kite him over this way, because that battleship will spawn like between there and there. So it'll be like right about there. Oh, and it would be really helpful if we drop these. Save location. We are up to 5. Alright. Alright, next escort. He's within standard range. Yeah, now we can kind of try to pull them back. Hey, if you're just joining me, I'm running a C2 with just a Confessor. I'm soloing it. Been running it for about an hour before the stream started. So made about 83 mil so far, so that's about average per hour running this. So what we're doing right now is we're kind of positioning ourselves for that battleship to spawn, because he's pretty mean. And we're in a range of our standards, so we're going to swap to Aurora. We don't want to outburn him. Probably turn off our Afterburner. We're not getting hit too hard. Oh, not multi-freaks. We want standards. No! There we go. Give him a couple shots of standard, then we'll swap to Aurora once we get out of range. Of course, yeah, they're going pretty slow. Wonder if they're even following me. Yeah, they're just being real slow about it. So yeah, let's give them some chance to kind of catch up. We'll slow down a bit. We can easily eat their damage. Alright, come on. Just die. You know you want to. Might need to slow down a bit for this guy to keep him in range. Okay. Shoot this guy now. He's rolling at 55. Yeah, we're going at 100. You should catch up. And once that battleship spawns, we'll start to orbit that and kick up our velocity. We should just be able to tank this. Probably should have dropped the MTU like right around here. That's what I'll do in the next one. So you warp in there, and then you have to burn to there to kill the turret. And then there's the other turret. So if I come in and maybe drop it like almost pretty, like maybe like right here. That's what I'll do. Like, I don't know, 30 out from the structure. That might eliminate some going back and forth, because I am going to have to burn back there, and that's going to take, what, almost 2 minutes? Lowers the ISK per hour, you know? You got to get maximum efficiency. And probably the next thing I'll do is scan down these SIGs, see if there's any data relic sites, and go run those. Or if I do find any gas sites, oh my gosh, so far away. Oh no, I was totally going the wrong direction. Alright, well now we know for next time. So that battleship's gonna hurt. We can't go directly at it. But we should be able to burn down these frigates pretty quick. Now they're within standard range. Let's finish up this guy. These guys are within multi-frequency range. Alright. There's that. Oh yeah, that battleship wasn't even able to hit us once. What a loser. What an nincompoop. Actually, the MTU right there is actually pretty good now. Yeah, maybe I'll keep doing that. Yeah, warping's like right there. Kill the turret, kill the other turret, and drop MTU next to that turret. Spawn there, then spawn there. Alright, we can probably speed this up a bit. Let's swap to Gleams. And this fits is only about 150 mil. It's super cheap. Can easily make the profit on it in like 2-3 hours. And I've noticed that running wormholes lately is pretty safe. Anybody who wants to do PvP, they're all in low sec and null sec. Anybody who wants to do PvE, they're all running abyssals right now, which I'm pretty sure could probably make me a lot more. But they're not as like low stress as this. You just have to keep an eye on D-scan. Like right now, like the warping has disappeared. So either someone had already bookmarked this site, or they're going to have to launch combat probes to find me. So And I'm relatively safe here until the end, and then I can go over there and salvage. Not really have to worry much. There is another mobile depot that's been here since I got in, but I'm pretty sure it's someone who vlogged here. Maybe they're living in wormholes. But so far this hole has been pretty dead. Some cosmic sigs. You know, I could probably scan down one of those while I'm killing this battleship. And if I do find some gas in there, you know, I might bring back a gas, my prospect. Gosh, it takes forever to kill that guy. Those are my probes. Wish you can rename them. That'd be really nice. Okay, wormhole. Don't care about those, because I'm not going any deeper. You know, if I was planning on a longer day trip, I probably would have scanned that down. Nice, 2 gas sites right on top of each other. Sweet. Yeah, I'm definitely going to bring back the prospect and just do some lazy gas mining. Probably start burning towards our mobile depot now. Alright, barren perimeter. Easy peasy. Alright, it's a baron and a miner. It's pretty decent. Let's take a look on the website on what those are. A baron and a miner. Ooh, there's nothing much on those. Yeah, I'll just warp into them and see if I can clear the rats. So we're going to orbit this at 500, turn this junk off, swap to defensive mode to lower our sig radius. Now unfit our guns, fit some salvagers. I'll put you offline, I want to remove you. Oh, I have to put that offline first, or else this will give me an error message saying you don't have enough power. Alright. Last week I was rolling in here with Salvager 1s and this was taking just forever to do. But now that I have Salvager 2s, so much quicker. Almost to the point where I can't keep up. Like before, this was taking about as much time as it took to run the actual combat site. done with that. So 12.9 mil. One good thing about these wormholes is you're pretty much guaranteed the same amount for every combat site. There's not much variation in it. So it's very stable as far as ISK per hour goes. Let me just save these combat sites. Oh, not the combat sites, the gas sites. Okay, refit our guns, and we'll move on. Put that sucker back online. I forgot that earlier. So I essentially run a site, drop my mobile depot, and then turn it back on so I didn't die. Alright, scoop it. Group it. Reload it. Okay. Let's move on. So we're going to try that, save the location right next to that turret, warp off, warp back in. Okay, save location, A, warp out, warp back in. Yeah, then we get alpha'd. We should be able to warp back just at 10 and then not have to worry about trying to close the gap and getting eaten alive. Come on. We'll see how much better this is. Because normally you get some chance to actually shoot those frigates before you get down to them. Yeah. Oof. Oof kadoosh. That hurt. Alright, overload a bit. Yep. Let's warp back out. And do it the normal way. Okay, so that didn't work as well as I thought it would. Do we have to repair anything? Yeah. Super. Okay. Alright, so don't do that if you're in a Confessor. We're just going to warp to 0, kind of spread out the damage, because everybody was like super close to us. We weren't actually able to like just sig tank anything. Alright, come on, warp back in. No, come on. Hopefully I'm just out of range of that mobile depot. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Now, let's do this the normal way. Keep moving. Go. See, now we don't have those cruisers banging on us as well as we're getting up to that. Holy shit. What the living hell's wrong with this? Why am I taking so much damage? A couple, oh my god. Yeah, these normally aren't this hurtful. Wow, okay. This is, yeah, I'm normally able to solve this, no issue. But for whatever reason today, it's just like, hey, we want to just alpha the holy crap out of you. Wow. Alright, we're gonna have to repair that. So we have 40 seconds. Oof, that was stupid. Oh, shit. While we're waiting for that to repair, we can easily clear this out. Wow. Yeah, there's just a couple cruisers. Even if, I don't even know if they're spawned yet. We'll find out. At least I'll warp to the site, maybe start their trigger. C-72. We'll save that. C-70. We'll save that, because we're going to come back later in our gas miner. But I've kind of just wanted to start the timer on the rats here. And then also bookmark those, because when you warp in, they're like, 60, 70 away, so it takes a couple of minutes to get to them. We'll just save ourselves some time. Yeah, see, look, they're so far away from warp-in. Save the C50. And C60. Okay, well let's go back here and try this sucker again. Can't believe how stupid that was. Why are they doing so much damage to me? Everything's online. Start that repper early, because I'm going to get alpha pretty hard right off the bat. Okay, we're going to go up that way. Come on. Okay, there's the alpha. Not bad, not bad. You might be able to... Oh, don't overload. Normal shots. Has a serious... Okay. We should be able to rep up before the next shots come in from the turrets. So up to Navy standards. Yeah, okay. Now we're good. Jeez. Wow. That's hurtful. Come on. Come on, miss me. Don't hit me. Am I going to have to overheat through this? And once we get enough closer to him, frick, man. Okay. How much damage do we put on our mods? Oh, nice. None. Gotta love the Tech 3 destroyers. Kill the guns, yeah. I'm trying. Now I'm close enough to them. Normally that's the strategy, is like I'll warp in, burn towards the guns, take those down first, but for whatever reason they were just hitting hard. I had to warp off twice already. So now I should be fine. I shouldn't have any more issues. Should be able to rep through every one of their hits. And yeah, I'm in Gleam. I don't know how I'm missing him so much. Okay. So now he's into structure. He should be dead in a couple more shots. Cool. So now let's go and kill this guy. So to Aurora. Alright. Now the site's a lot less stressful. Gosh. That's like the first time I've ever had to do that. I normally see too, like, there's not much that can stress the Confessor. Standards. And then once we're over here, we'll drop our MTU, because second spawn, third spawn. We probably just drive right by this guy. And we can start to orbit this. Finish killing him. Drop our MTU. Mobile depot. We are up to number 6. Alright. Heck, we can probably just orbit that, keep us a little bit closer. As long as it doesn't orbit us into this. Reorganize these. Alright, we can probably swap to standards. Alright. Now while we wait to kill those, let's put all our salvage in to our loot container. 107 mil so far. Next, multi-frequency. And as before, this mobile depot's been here the whole time. So I'm either gonna hopefully be lucky enough to not run into him if he ever locks back on, or he's just waiting for me to run all the sites and then he's gonna pop me once I leave. into that. Standards at 31, yep. Well, now he's back in range. It looks like he's pretty much just bumping against that pylon. Yeah. You just sit and target. Nice. I love stupid NPCs. There he goes. Now he's getting off. So like a flying bug. See, he go blow up. Alrighty. Boom! And these escorts and patrollers, they're gonna hit pretty hard. That shouldn't tax me too much. Oh. No, don't shoot him, shoot him. Alright, this site's being real dumb today. You have to swap. Now we're making progress. There we go. Got some extra DPS off the field, then that should give us some leeway to rep back up. Okay. Doing good so far. Alright. Patrollers out the trigger, so they're going down next. So up to some standards. See, now we're not having to worry about anything. They're kind of right on the border of multi-frequency, so we're just going to stay in standards. You know, multi-frequency does give us like 100 extra DPS. And then we're going to want to kite them, the last patrol, over this direction, because that's where the battleship's going to spawn. Like right about here-ish. And we don't want to take any hits from that. Okay, let's slow down a bit. We can take all his damage easily. Zoom out and get ready for that battleship. Oh man, wrong direction. But should be able to get close to him without him targeting us in time. Yeah, look, he's not even, now he's yellow boxing us. Cool. Now we should be underneath his guns by now. Now we'll orbit that sucker. Kill this last frigate. Now he's out of range of our frequencies. And now he's back in range of them. He's not making up his mind. Alright. Now we can swap to Gleam. And while we're killing this battleship, let's go ahead and scan down some stuff. We already got some gas sites scanned, so we're going to come back later in a prospect, grab those. So all we really have to do now is keep an eye on D-scan, scan some other targets down, and loot up. Wormhole, I don't care about those, because I'm not going any deeper. Normally I would scan the wormhole to find maybe another C2 attached to this, or a C1. C1s I find that are actually a little bit harder to run than C2s, because C1s have a lot of newts in them. Okay, level 1 relic site. We'll scan that down, because they got some good mobs in that. Ruin Garista. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah, maybe that's... Yeah, it's probably like a unguarded site or something. Ooh, gas. Love me some gas. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Cebu75. Alright. You can watch me run wormholes. The Corp and I always go out into these things. We'll team up and take down a C2. The other night we went and tried to do a C4 and we all died pretty quick. We were, it was for science. Oh, ordinary perimeter. This one is super mean. It has 4 turrets on it. No, 5. 5 turrets. And they alpha hard. I was able to clear it once in the Confessor, but it was very, very stressful. I had to basically run overheat the entire time on my shield rep, or my armor reps. But the gas in there is really nice. You know, what's the estimated value of the gas? So yeah, 16 mil is the estimated value. But it does have, what is it? Yeah, 800 DPS is alpha, or 800 for an alpha, 260 for sustained DPS. That's pretty gnarly. too close. Okay, we can start approaching our mobile depot. That's still too far. Yeah, let's grab this guy. We'll start on him. Take us about a minute to get back to our depot anyways. While we're doing that, let's repair this. Because we're going to need that for that ordinary gas site. Jeez. I got so many bookmarks. At 500, turn that off, go defensive. Oh nice, so much gas in here. This is going to be great. I'm just going to like sit back and watch a movie and gas mine for the rest of the day. So the reason why the Confessor's great is because you can sig tank. They're super cheap. I mean, you could probably do this easier and cheaper in a like a Drake. I don't know, I just like the Confessor. They're just prettier ships. Oh, don't want that. Size improvement reservoir. Nice, okay. So yeah, see the Confessor is so much prettier than a like a Drake or anything. So we'll use our fitting service here. Unfit the guns. Turn off that. Drop our salvagers on. Alright, now let's salvage up. Yeah, you don't want to neglect the salvage, because that's almost as much as the blue loot. 12.9, very standard. Oh yeah, those are mine. I was like, oh, someone's in here. And so we'll pull those back in. We have enough gas sites for right now. Did you put a station in Wormhole or you just jump? I just day trip. I don't live in wormholes. So this is actually pretty close to my corporation's home station. Like 2 jumps out of it. And so what I'll normally do is I'll start at my station's home, or my corp's home station, and then kind of just roam around the different zones around that and see if I can find any sort of C1 or C2 wormhole. And once I find one, I'll jump in, see if there's anybody inside, see how many sites there are, and then I'll just run a couple. Anytime I see someone, like, if I see like random probes or if I see someone else come in, I'll just dip out. Like, scoop up what you have on the field and get out as fast as you can. Like, even if it's like a Helios, an Astero, like just an Explorer, like I don't want to take the chance. Because most likely if it's like a Helios, they're probably like tackle fit. Like I had a Helios, like maybe like 3 or 4 days ago, like warp and grid on me. I was like, what are you doing here? He just tackled me and 2 Drekavacs came in right behind him and just destroyed my Hela. So you gotta be kind of skittish, especially if you're just day tripping. You can easily do a Hela in here and just like almost AFK farm a C2. But Hela is like 400 mil. Oh, don't target that. Hela's 400 mil, this is 150. It actually doesn't take that much skill to actually fly it. So let's see how much salvage we got. So yeah, 7.5 mil in salvage. So yeah, you don't want to neglect that. Fitting our guns back on. Always remember paste. Always remember extra probes. Of course, you don't really have to worry about probes nowadays. Back when I was used to playing, if you zoned without scooping in your probes, like, you just lose them. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go back to our gas sites that we bookmarked and see if they're rat spawned yet. And if they spawned, we're going to pop them, so then we can come back with our prospect and suck up all that gas. Yep, rat spawn. And like, let's run that, huh? I suppose I could throw down that, salvage them up. Yeah, let's kill them quick. So then we'll have this site to come back in mine, C72 and C70. Not bad. And it's pretty decent for a C2. Now since this is pretty close to my home station, that's why I'm clearing out these gas sites. It's because I don't have to do very many jumps to come back in like a venture, like, which you can easily do for like 4 mil. Come back, suck up with this gas, make another 20 mil. And like risk 0. Because it's a venture. Like, ventures are so cheap. Alright, come on. Get close. And like, I think there's like maybe just 2 mil in salvage and loot combined in here, but hey, every mil counts. Alright, come on, dude. You know you're not going to live through this. Just blow up. Self-destruct yourself. Alright, cool. And we did scan down an ordinary one, and I don't know if I'm going to go clear that. That's probably the scariest site in a C2, is this ordinary perimeter reservoir. It has 5 turrets, all like 500 or 50k away from each other. So you're basically just having to overheat 24/7 just to try to take down enough turrets to, you know, survive. So let's use some fitting. Only do 2 of these because, screw it, we'll do it all. Each. How much loot? Yeah, 2 mil. Scoop that. Now we'll refill. scoop it, and we'll move on to the next gas site. Yeah, we have a miner and a baron. Those two alone is enough to fill up my venture, which should make, 30, 40 mil. Well, not a venture, my prospect. Yeah. Just some friggies. Group 'em, gleam 'em. Oh, I didn't want to do that. They are newts. Oh, crap. Of course, I forgot to online my, whatchamacallit. I might be able to do that. Of course, they're not going to survive much longer. I am pretty close to the depot. Can I just online this? Yep. Sweet. Normally you have to have like 95%. How do you know how fast the sites are spawning? So what I did is I originally scanned these down, and then you warp to them to kind of start the timer on the spawns. And then I just ran another site, and then just come check back. And that's what I did on these last two gas sites. That one and that one. Cool. Fit. Get some salvagers. Come on. Alright. Another 2 mil. Jeez. These things don't want to be salvaged. Okay. Refit our guns, and we'll go on to maybe that cohort. Let's bring up the Eve survival page on the cohort. Okay. Patrollers, battleship and frigates. And a battleship. Okay, cool. Not bad. So let's see how much salvage we got from those guys. 13 mil. I mean, that's pretty good. Why am I... Oh, forgot to move it there. Yeah, just from that quick little thing. So now I have both my gas sites cleared out. And so we're going to go to this cohort. And we'll start in Aurora. Oh, actually, we probably shouldn't go there just yet, because we're dumb, and we forgot to online our Afterburner. That would have been real fun. Yeah, because there's a battleship, 6 frigates in the first wave, 5 cruisers and a frigate in the second, and then a battleship for the third. So I think that might give us maybe like 10 mil. So now we just wait. Might be able to online it sooner. Nope. It's a race to see what's going to win. My capacitor recharge or that. There we go. So my capacitor recharges faster than this deploying. Scoop it. Okay, now let's go to that cohort. Oh jeez, there must be a fight going on right now. Just got 2 Z-kill notices for the $16 and a $17 billion super freighter, or super carrier. Someone's having fun. Okay, I haven't ran one of these in a while. Not too sure where to go for the spawns. But I do need to go. Don't burn directly at that guy. I might be able to kill these frigates before I even get up close to them. I do have to leave one alive, because they are the triggers. So we'll see which one wants to get hit first. Probably this one. Nope, this one. Oh, nope, he wants to get hit. Cool. So you don't want to burn directly at the battleship. You're going to burn away, kind of diagonally. Keep up your transversal so they just don't completely melt you. Okay, they're within standard range. And once we get within like maybe 20 of them, we'll just turn in and orbit them. Okay, let's go multi-freaks. Oh. Since I'm not too sure where the spawns are in this one, I haven't really memorized it. I'll just drop the MTU now. So if you orbit them at 5,000, I've noticed that gives me the most. Do they pointing? I don't know what pointing is. They don't scram you or anything. So if you do get in trouble, you can always warp off and warp back. You don't have to worry about any of that. At least in a C2. We're up to 7. Oh shit, why'd I do that? I'm a dumbass. I'm so stupid. Well, good thing is, I have good transversal. This battleship's not going to hit me. God, I'm an idiot. So let's take down this wave, leave one of those cruisers up, burn down the battleship, then burn down the next battleship. So see, this is not something you want to happen. So you want to keep a good eye on who you're supposed to kill. Like, just go to like Eve Survival, bring up the sheets for this actual site. And so right now I'm going to have to tank 5 cruisers and this battleship. No, the rats, they don't scram or disrupt you at all. Some will web you, and some will NOS you in a C2. You don't have to worry about scrams. Not until like a C3, I think. So, as long as you warp out in time, like when I get to like 20 armor, I'll take a look at the field, and if it looks kind of iffy, I'll like swap to propulsion mode and then get the heck out of there. Rep up and then come back. So we're going to swap to standard if it stops shooting. See, normally we just leave that other frigate up, kill the battleship, and then kill the frigate, and then these 5 will spawn. But I was stupid and killed all the frigates. Alright, now he's within range of the frequencies. And then he'll slowly get out of range of the frequency. Swap back to standard. We should probably just stick in standard. So right now, let's just sit back and wait. They don't have enough. I mean, I have enough transversal that I can easily rep through all their damage, so now it's just a waiting game. Just keep an eye on D-scan. That's all you really got to do from now on. Next wave is a battleship, so just don't burn directly towards the battleship, and you should be fine. I'm going to shoot this guy next because I want to. Alright. Come on, just die. You know, you think after a while these rats would just kind of give up and just self-destruct for themselves, but they're very stubborn. And so I have to do it for them. We'll zoom in so it looks cooler. Oh jeez. Yeah, XX death, XX. It's losing a lot of ships. Looks like they lost a 22, what is it? Yeah, $22 billion Nix. What are they doing over there? Legion of Death. That alliance is going through some pretty hardcore stuff right now. Ouch. Yeah, they're losing carriers and super carriers right and left. Must be a war or something going on over there. If you don't log into Zkill and allow it to show your notifications, you're missing out on a lot. Because, you know, when you see like a $20 billion ship loss come up, it makes your, you know, your 150 mil ship loss look, you know, puts it into perspective. You're not as mad. But gosh, normally I would probably roll up in orbit on these guys at 1,000 and swap to Gleams and burn them down. Ah, come on. But since I have this battleship on grid, I don't want to, you know, leave the range of inside its guns, because then he'll just start to melt me. And once this guy's dead, we'll swap to the battleship. So as you can see, damage per second is 268 with the standards. Then I can swap to the Gleams. Yeah, 407. So much more damage. Alright. Keep an eye on D-scan. Also keep an eye on for when that green spot goes away. Because once that goes away, then you're a little bit more safe at the spot. Makes sense. To put a station in C2. I mean, oh jeez, dang, they lost another 20 billion-isk Legion? Or Nyx? Man, Legion of Death is getting hurt. What the heck's going on over there? That's nuts. Yeah, I mean, if you can find one that's not taken already, like this one, I don't see any other like structures up. Yeah, if you want to live in a C2, it's perfectly fine. I'd probably try to find one with like a static C3 or a static high sec, so that way you can always get out or go to higher level content if you want. But most likely those will be taken already. If you put up a station in a wormhole with another station, most likely you're going to get bashed in, unless you're in some sort of alliance with them. Or at least that's what I would do. Like if I put up a station in a wormhole and saw someone do the same thing, I would like get all my corp mates online and just have them structure bash that thing. Yeah, babe? Yeah, I'm gonna get off here in a minute. Okay. I love you too. The wife checking up on me. We got some plans today. We're gonna watch a movie and eat some lunch. So this might be the last site I do. Happy wife, happy life. But so far we've made a pretty decent haul. Let's see what we got. 145 mil. Not bad. We only did this for about 2 hours. So you just do this every once in a while? I just day trip. And then I have almost 4 bill. See? It's not too bad. I mean, like if you ran like T4 bizzles or T5 bizzles, you'd probably be making a lot more, but you're risking, multi-billion-dollar ships. Here it's just like, 150 mil, very, very low stress. Don't have to worry about much except watching D-scan. And if someone does try to warp in, what you do is you just go to your mobile depot, statch all your loot there. Even if they do bash it, it does have a 24-hour reinforcement time, so then you don't have to worry about much. So I think the other battleship spawns over there. Not 100%. So Warpin's there. He might be over there. I don't know. Let's just orbit this, because it's like center. And so if he warps over here or over there, yeah, I'm not too sure. The first of ones were over there, so maybe he'll be over there. Memorizing where these are at will help you speed up and make it a lot less stressful and a lot more secure. Sometimes I do data and relic sites. So what I would normally do, like if I'm just killing a battleship, I'll launch my probes and scan down some stuff. Relic sites, like I think this one's an unguarded one. But the relics and data sites in a C2 are mainly, at least from what I've found, like they're just great for the combat. You'll make about double as much from a data relic site than you will a normal combat site. But as far as like hacking the containers, yeah, he's over there, 100 away. Damn it. Let's go to propulsion mode. So yeah, the data and relic sites, as far as the cans go, like I did maybe 10 or 12 different data and relic sites last week, and maybe only made 10 mil from the cans. But the C1s is where you would want to do like the data and relic sites, because my other corpies have ran those, and you know they get about 10 mil per can. So I wouldn't even bother. It's also good to scan down those data and relic sites in case Explorer does come into the wormhole and you see his probes going around. Then if you know, okay, you know what site he's going to be at, so you just warp in, pop him, and warp out. Okay, now we're within range of Aurora. Let's actually target him up. That might be helpful. So as you can see, we're not going directly at him. We're going to the side to keep our transversal up. Because if we don't do that, he's going to melt us before we even get in range of him. Okay, then right about now, we can close that angle a bit, because he's going that way and we're kind of going in an intersecting path to him. And you'll want to swap damage types as you go down. Not damage types, ranges. Because as you keep getting closer, your transversal should be going up. And those higher range crystals may not hit him as well. So now we're pretty close to him. If he does hit us hard, we can always rip through it by the time we get underneath his guns, which we are right now. And once we get within 10, we'll swap to Gleams and start burning them down. Cool. So now another waiting game. So let's bust out our probes and get these last two cosmic signatures. One of those is probably my in-hole, because it's near this bookmark. Probably that one. We'll just scan it down, just so we don't have to worry about it. Go right over top of it. Then we shouldn't have to worry about this wormhole, and we have just this one last signature left. Yeah, there we go. Let's expand that out a bit. And so what I'm actually going to do next is I've cleared out these two gas sites. What did I get? Oh yeah, we don't want to go this ordinary one, because that has, the ordinary definitely doesn't match its name, or what it actually is in there. But it has 5 turrets, which will hurt really much in a Confessor. Like if you want to run it, you'll warp in, essentially just keep your reps on overheat until you can take down a couple turrets. So a minor perimeter, so that's cool. 2 minors, 1 ordinary. So after this one, so did I save this location? 6, nope. So we'll save this location as 7. And what we'll do is we'll warp into this one just to start the timers on the rats. Then we'll warp back to our mobile depot, which should take less time than actually burning towards the mobile depot. So we'll warp off and warp back. Okay, C72. What I'm doing is I'm saving these locations so when I come back in my prospect, I don't have to, you know, warp into the site and then burn like 100 meters to either one I want. Right, back to the mobile depot. Once there, actually we just do it right now. We're going to go into defense mode, just to lower our sig radius. Because right now, the green spot has been removed, as you can see. So it's not directly warpable. So someone does have to scan it down. So we are a little bit more safe now. Put this offline so we have enough CPU. Oh, excuse me. Must be hungry. Okie dokie. Really, the main thing I look for when I warp into a wormhole is how many checkpoint hangars there are. Checkpoint hangars are really, really simple to do, and I think they give the most amount of blue loot for a C2. Like, if I warp into a wormhole and there's like, you know, 4 or 5 checkpoint hangars, I'll just run those. It'll take me about an hour, and then I'll just hop out and go to the next one. Sometimes you can go like a day or two without finding a good wormhole. And so like, if I go a couple hours without actually finding like a good wormhole, I'll start scanning, you know, deeper inside of one. Like if there's a connecting hole, because like this one has how many other connectors? So this has just one other connector other than the, does it have 3? Yeah, so it has 3 other wormholes. One's the out hole. So one of these might be to like another C2 or C3 or C1. I normally don't like to go too deep into wormholes, because in case, you know, one of them disappeared, then you're kind of stuck there until, you know, you can find your way out. It's just safer. Cool. Open cargo. And this is a nice little trick I like to do. You have this small container. Where's it at? Yeah, right here. So a small container, you assemble it at a station, and then you put it inside the Confessor, so now you have just a loot container. And so it just keeps it away from all your other, like your ammos, because you can't really stack them. So just gets it out of the way. And you can always do like those quick calculations, like, oh, how much have I made so far? Oh, 163. But if you do get blown up, it makes it, what's the way to put it? If you get ganked, if that container blows up, all the loot inside the container blows up. Which, you know, may or may not be good. Well, if someone's ganking you, I guess you'd rather it blow up and them not get any loot. But if you get taken out by an NPC, then there's a chance of you losing all that loot just because the container blew up. Oh, if someone does warp in on you when you are looting up, bigger inside than the outside. Yeah, which is funny. Like it's only 100 inside, and I have 120. So yeah, you get extra space by doing that, which is, you know, weird. Alright, we're gonna scoop, scoop. We'll group those. Soft and navies. And what we'll do is we'll go back to that, what do we get? Was it a minor one? Yeah. And so we'll warp back there to see if the rats have spawned yet. Okay, no rats yet. What do we have left? Cohort, data sanctuary. So there's 3 of them left. What I'll do is, since I'm just gonna go eat some lunch, watch a movie, I'll just come back with my prospect and just take these gas sites. I don't want this ordinary one, this minor one. Let's save it because not clear. So we know not to go to that one, but this minor site and this sizable, that's, you know, about 30-40 minutes of mining. You'll get about, you know, 80 mil or so it's all good. Yep, so I guess that's it for me for right now. I might stream later on tonight, so make sure you follow. Cebu, I know you just followed, so awesome. So yeah, if I see you guys online, I'll be running more wormholes. Hopefully with the Corpies, maybe we'll try a C3 if we ever find one. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.